Hi guys, I'm doing a video today on the ZTX 42-inch cut Gravely, and it has the Kohler 7000 motor on it, the KT 735 with a smart choke, and the smart choke is now a dumb choke. Very frustrating. I didn't find any videos about the smart choke, so I'm going to do one real quick here. It's been slowly going bad. What I mean by bad is if I turn it'll start in the morning every time. Start now. If I start it up, it's cold, and if I get off the lawnmower, shut it off or something, and come back real quick or shortly after, it won't start. I was having to do it once or twice a day. Now it's every time. I can't shut it off without putting my finger down here and holding holding the choke plate down. Right now you can see it's down all the way. It's working good when it's cold, but when it's warm it doesn't. It needs to go down just a millimeter, two or more, and it'll probably start. So I'm figuring the bimetallic thermostat thing, I think they call it thermostat, is a little weak or something. What I already did it earlier, took the cover off. This cover here, this out, and I cleaned the throttle plate, or the choke plate. It was a little sticky. It was a little bit tight. I got it to loosen up a little bit. I got it to free up. You know, whether that was enough to make the thermostat work a little harder over time and make it wear out, I don't know. But I'm going to replace it. And this is the part number. I got this thing off of eBay. This thing was $40 out the door, delivered to my door. I got it upside down, don't I? There you go. And here's what it looks like. I was looking just for the thermostat part here, but it comes with the whole bracket assembly. So I'm going to replace this. Just 3 bolts. This old one here, I went according to the manual. I did check this here. This here. I did check the ohms. Mine was 9.8, but the motor was kind of warm. Instead of checking when it's cold, I don't know if it made a difference. This had voltage. It had 12 volts or 13 volts. I can't remember what it was. So I'm going to change this out. I mean, everything runs good, except I have to put my finger on the choke plate. So I'm going to guess that this is it. Now, all I got to do is take these 2 bolts off, which hold the carburetor. I don't want to separate the carburetor from the motor, otherwise I might have to get a gasket. So I'm take this one off, and there's one down in here. Number 8. There's a number 8 bolt there, down in here, right there behind this thing. This is number 8. This is a 10s, 2 10s and an 8. And then I'm going to take this piece here and squeeze this off with a pliers, and I should be able to push it through there. I can do it with my fingers. So I'm going to take these bolts off, because I don't have a tripod to hold this thing up or anything, and I'll be back. Okay, back. I took this apart just to see what was going on here, and all this stuff fell out of there. This thermostat might be okay. I mean, but what I see here is there's some play in here. I don't know if I can. There's some play in this thing. The way this thing is. This thing here. See it moving? See the black thing moving? There's some play in this thing. And the other one doesn't have it. There's some play in this thing here. So, and the new one doesn't have any play. I mean, that's just probably just enough to make it not close enough when it's warm. So I probably really just needed the house or the bracket assembly, but anyhow, and also I forgot to say, if you're testing this for ohms, mine was 9.8. I think you're tested for an open, you know, an infinite reading for breakage. Then it definitely is bad. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in. Very simple, just fell right out when I took the bolts off and everything out of the way. I'm going to go remount this and report to see how it works. Okay guys, I'm back. I changed it out and it works. It looks just like the throttle or the choke plate is just barely closed and it'll start. Look just like the old thermostat in there, the old smart choke, but it was just like millimeters off from probably starting it. And I think with all that the loose stuff on that bracket, it prevented it from starting when it was warm. Again, I'll show you the number. Here's the number to the part. I got it off eBay. This one was $40 out the door, delivered to my door. So I'm back out. This mower is running good now. I can ramble on I'm gonna ramble on a little bit about this ZTX. I've had this thing, I got 700 hours almost on it. 681 hours. I've had it for 3 years. Last year I cut close to 300 yards, or last year I cut close to 50 yards a week in the summertime here in South Florida. And the mower's been a pretty good mower. I had to change the belts. The deck belt I changed. A little warning on that. Make sure all the belts are around the pulleys before you start it. I burned the belt up off the bat because I thought I had them all on the pulleys, and I started it up and boom, burned the belt up. And the second belt I put on, I almost did the same thing. A different pulley, the belt was off of. So you got to be very careful with these belts, putting them on the for the mower deck. The other problem I had is I thought I had a bad transaxle, and I set this mower aside for a while and bought a Ferris, IS 600 Ferris. It's a more commercial grade, but under here on the left side, and I went online, looked around, and said, oh yeah, the left side goes out before the right side, and one guy said maybe you're low on fluid, and blah blah blah, and I don't know, the left side of my lawnmower here wasn't going as fast as the right side. I thought I thought the transaxle was going out. I didn't change the fluid in it. You know, and I'm sure you're supposed to change it sooner than 700 hours. So I was thinking, you know. So anyways, long story short, I pulled the transaxles out, both of them, dumped the fluid out, put new fluid in, put it back in, and it's still, the left side was going slow. So what happened, what I found out though, and I started playing around with the throttle, you know, pushing the levers up and forward and back. Right here, this spot here wasn't opening up the same distance as the other side, and I didn't realize it, but it was bent a little bit. All this here, all I had to do was pull it out with my finger. Just pull back out, and then when I was messing around with the throttle, or not the throttle, I don't know what you want to call it, you know, the speed of the machine here. Let me see if I can get up here and turn this thing here. I got the brake on it. The distance there wasn't the same as the distance on the other side. Hey. And it was preventing it from going slower. And then I looked at it closer and it was bent. This here was bent a little bit. So, man, I was lucky I didn't take it to a shop. Who knows? They might have charged me $600 for one of these transaxles. And keeping the fluid clean in them, I know, will make anything last longer. So, you know, and got to pull these out all the way out to And when I did that, I changed the drive belt. So, and the other issue I had with this machine is this side here leaked. They don't have gaskets on these tappet covers. What a pain in the ass. And it's taken me 3 times to do this thing, and I finally got it right. You got to use the right Permatex. Ultra Permatex works really good. It's just that when you put it on, you cannot touch. You got to make sure you slap it in the right place right off the bat, and then leave it. Tighten the bolts, then hand tighten the bolts and leave it overnight, and then come back and then tighten them up, and it worked great. I got no more leak right now, anyways. So, but otherwise, it's been a pretty good machine. So I'm gonna sign off here, and hopefully, if you have a choke problem, I got you the part number for it.